a tale of two cities. Actually, I'm going to talk about a tale of two companies. And we're going to do this in two parts because there's a lot to cover and I don't want to overwhelm you all at once. The first that we're going to cover is corporations, large companies, and health and wellness in those companies. And then we're going to, in part two, do the solopreneur, the small business. So let's get started. Hey everybody, this is Sheri with ViREO Life, author of Go Forward, 28 Days to Eat, Move, and Enjoy Life God's Way. And we are going to talk about eating and moving in a large corporation and some of the stress that comes with that and how to manage your health and wellness in that setting. For 12 years, I was the membership director at the Vanderbilt Medical Center's health and wellness department, and we had cardiac rehab there, and we had physical therapy and membership, which was what I was over. I found that in that setting, there were some things that even in a health and wellness area in a hospital that went against health and wellness. Let's talk about a few of those things. One was that we had meetings that we were sitting down when we could have been walking. Now, myself and a few colleagues, we had more walking meetings. That's my encouragement to you. If you have meetings that don't require a computer and all you're doing is brainstorming or problem solving something, walk and meet. If there's just 2 or 3 people, you can easily do that. Also, the break room. Now, in a Facebook Live on Transformation Tuesday, went really into this, but just think about in your break room, what are the things that you can change? Can you have healthier snacks in your vending? Can you, if somebody brings in leftover, this is holidays especially, you've got people bringing in goodies and leftover this and leftover that, and then you've got vendors and clients and other people bringing things in. We had that even at a health and wellness center at a hospital. All these things that you're going, do I really want that? Well, see, here's where you have to tune into that intuitive eating, because it's not that you cannot have those things. It's you don't want to have them just mindlessly because they're there. So you really have to, when you go into that break room, you really have to be on guard of, all right, what is it I really want? What's my body calling for? Do I really want this? Am I truly hungry? You have to ask yourself those questions. Whenever you are thinking about how to exercise in a corporate setting, because if you have a traditional job where you drive an hour in, you work 8, 9, 10 hours, and then you drive an hour home, there's not a lot of movement that happens in that type of setting unless you plan for it. We've already talked about walking meetings, but also one of my favorites, and I used to get laughed at this, again, health and wellness center, but I still get laughed at. If I'm in the copy room waiting on copies, I'm going to be stretching. I'm going to be doing toe touches. I'm going to be doing something that even in a work outfit, you can get some type of movement in. Also, oh no, y'all, here's a classic. Whenever you need to Slack message or private message or email a colleague that is 3 doors down or 2 cubes down, or really even just on the floor above you or below you, walk instead. If you need written proof of whatever it is that you're talking about, that's one thing, but a lot of times you don't. And just go see them and talk with them. You'll get a quicker response as well as having that movement worked into your day. 4 quick tips whenever you are looking at how do I want to add movement in a corporate setting. First of all, you've got to make it fun and you've got to make it easy. Talked about a couple of those ideas, but some of the ways that fun you can bring in, if your company already has a program with the insurance company that you're working with, there may already be programs that are fun. There may be walking groups that get together at lunchtime. There may be, oh, that reminds me, on LinkedIn, I'm doing an idea a day during the month of May because it's Health and Wellness Month for Employee Health and Wellness Month. So some of these ideas I'm fleshing out a little bit more on LinkedIn or just popping them in there, because if you are an HR director, this is a great month for you to pull in some of these ideas from the insurance companies. So if you are in that setting, make it fun, make it easy, get with other people and do these things. The walking groups I've already mentioned. Anytime that you can add in movement in between meetings, if you've got meetings in two different buildings, but they're, a half a mile away, don't drive, walk. Put on some comfy walking shoes and walk. Work it into your day. The pedometer, the step tracking apps on your phone versus a set time to exercise. So make it fun and easy. Also, competition. A lot of times those insurance companies will do competitions within departments or competitions between national standards. But one of the coolest things I have ever seen, and I've put up videos about this and I'll link the video to it, there was competition of paddle boat racing. We were in Indianapolis, Indiana, and they've got this canal and all these companies were competing on paddle boat racing. I thought that was the most fun way to get everybody out at lunchtime, being active, and even if you weren't doing a paddle boat race, you were cheering your team on, and so you were still not sitting in a cube sedentary. You were at least outside moving around some. The other is to incentivize it. Anytime that you can add some carrots to your plan, to your exercise, your eating, your stress management plan, do that, incentivize it. And HR directors definitely have a handle on this, and if you don't and you need some ideas, contact me. I've got several. So you want to incentivize it. And last is educate coaches. Make sure that even if you're telling people, hey, you need to do this, they may not know how. So educate them, do some lunch and learns. If you're in the Middle Tennessee area, I do lunch and learns. I also train through Skype or other places, and you've probably got tons of people in your area that can come in and do lunch and learns and educate on exercise, on nutrition, on stress management, smoking cessation, any type of health and wellness topic. Make sure on the stress, let's go ahead and hit that last real quick. There are stresses that you have in a corporate setting that you don't have as a solopreneur or small business owner. And of course, there's stresses the opposite way too. Make sure that the stresses that you deal with on an individual basis and a company-wide basis, that you're handling those and finding ways to handle those. The bottom line, I'm just going to say this real quick on how in a corporate setting, employee health and wellness really plugs in. And this was a surprise to me when I started looking at some of the research. The corporations on a healthcare bottom line really save their money most, not with keeping people that are healthy, but those that have disease, managing those diseases. So if you're a medium-sized company looking to become a larger company and you're wondering how that's going to affect your healthcare costs, know that healthcare cost, where your savings comes in, is with a sick population managing. So put your efforts there from a healthcare standpoint to helping them manage disease. And maybe if they're have diabetes and get that managed, they come off metformin, things like that. However, across the board, every company, every person sees productivity go up, energy go up, when morale go up, when you are implementing health and wellness. So it is Employee Health and Wellness Month. I encourage you to look at how you can change the environment if you work in a corporate setting to be a healthier environment. And if you want some more ideas, comment below and I'll put some in there. Shoot me an email if you want some more ideas. Let's get this word out for people to get healthy in a corporate environment.